Hello everyone, I'm the whiskey enthusiast. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a special triple Lagavulin night because I got a hold of all three of the Lagavulin 11 Offerman editions. Now, Offerman Edition is started with the it's a collab between Lagavulin and Nick Offerman, who's an American actor known for his role of Ron Swanson in Parks and Recreations. If you ever watched it, he's this manly man who chops wood and eats raw steak and just drinks Lagavulin. And starting from that, for the US market, they made a collab in 2019 with the Lagavulin 11 Offerman Edition. There you go, this one. It's a combination of rejuvenated and refill ex-bourbon barrels. And then in 2019 came the Offerman Edition Guinness cask. It was for the Father's Day, and this, after 11 years of maturing in ex-bourbon barrels, 4 months of finishing in Guinness, ex-Guinness barrels. And then 2022 saw the Charred Oak cask, and this is the third and probably the final edition. They say good things come in threes, and this is the third edition. And this is a combination of European oak and American oak. European oak holding previously red wine, and American oak holding previously bourbon, shaved and heavily re-charred barrels. All 11 years old, all 46% ABV, so we're assuming no chill filtration, but we don't know about the color, although I don't know. It is Diageo, so we don't know. There might be color. Nothing mentioned for it. So I just want to do a head-to-head comparison because I always wondered what these guys tasted like. I never had a Guinness cask before. I had a stout one. I did the Jameson Stout, and I'll put the link up there for the. Actually, I think it's there for the Jameson Stout, and then for heavily charred cask review, I did the Talisker Darkstorm, also link up there. So just if you want to see what the charred effect and the stout cask effect is on a whiskey. But I've never tasted them before. It was a sharing night, so these bottles are empty, but it's going to be the first time I'm going to be tasting them. Just to show you, it comes in boxes. In this one, comes with the Guinness logo. And it just says, if I succeed, it's because I aspire to be half of the worker my dad is, and has this like little gimmicky Offerman with his father there. And this one comes in this charred and, with fiery stuff, and it says, let the flames of your passion run wild, but keep a pail of water handy for the oak. And there's this Nick Offerman standing on the barrels. Anyway, you can still find them. This one, sorry, not the others. Maybe you can find them in auctions, but they will be ridiculously expensive. But the Charred Oak is still available in Diageo's website, malts.com, about £85 or something. So if you like it, you can grab it. Now let's start with the OG, the 11 years of age in refill and rejuvenated bourbon barrels. What does that mean? We don't know. I mean, refill we know, so not even second fill. And rejuvenated, I'm assuming STR, so shaved, toasted, and re-charred. And here's a toast to late Dr. Jim Swan, who came up with with this process. So let's go with the nose on the normal one. Okay, it's classic Lagavulin nose. A lot of peat, very citric and fresh. It's actually quite closed off, if I'm being honest. There's a little bit of meatiness in there. Grassy. Quite herbal, actually. Nothing as strong as the Lagavulin 16, which I would have assumed to be more because younger age makes the peat shine more. But this one is not coming through, if I'm being honest. It's you get the initial peat smoke and the oak spice, citric, maritime notes, but it's not super strong. 46% ABV. You would think it would hit you a bit more, but not really. Sweet peat and mint. So that's the nose on that one. Let's go for the Guinness cask. And a little trick, smell yourself, like here. Obviously this is assuming you don't have heavy perfume, which I don't right now. That resets your nose. Let's go for the Guinness cask. Ah, much different animal. Alright. Okay, the peat, the mint, the citric and zesty maritime notes are there. But there's this creaminess. I don't know if it's power of suggestion, but it is very creamy. Milky, sour, quite malty. I get chocolate, and I get a bit bitter oak. Okay, that's the initial. Let's go for the charred ones. Of course, these reviews are bound to get a bit confusing and mixed, but you can just pause and listen. But I always wondered what they would taste head to head, so this could be a review just for me. Let's see though. Oh wow, okay. So again, is it power of suggestion? I don't know, but I get a lot of char, a lot of brisket, barbecue, smoke, fire, but burnt ash. Just as you put out the fire, that initial hit of bonfire smoke, but also the classic Lagavulin. So on a blind taste, in a blind flight, you would say these are all very similar whiskies, just as you would with the Talisker flight. Doesn't matter if it's Storm, Dark Storm, it's all very similar. Same as this one, but all have a different nuance. Now let's start with the palate on the classic 11. Oh, it's nice. Oh, it's very nice. Okay, great. Nose wasn't giving me much, but the palate was really nice. So it's zesty, bright, shiny, but not young. It is beautiful. It gives you all the Lagavulin hits, all the peaty hits you want, but it's not overpowering, not like Lafroig, not like Ardbeg. The peat is so well integrated into the spirit. It's very zesty and citric, but also there's a sweet note in there. It's there's a bit woodiness and a little bit of oak char. I feel it. So the rejuvenated ones, I bet it's the charred oak, and the age I think fits perfectly with this kind of spirit. Finish is not great, almost non-existent if I'm being honest. Didn't leave me with much, but the palate is really nice. Let's go with the Guinness. Creamy nose again. Oh wow, okay. So the palate is very bitter rather than creamy. Okay, on the back palate, I get the iron taste you get with Guinnesses. By the way, I love Guinness. I don't know if you guys like it, but I love Guinness. So on the back palate and with the finish, I get that Guinness influence. I get the Guinness iron feeling, metallic taste, dark metallic taste. But the palate is very grassy, very herbal. A bit dirt, a bit mulch, almost like, I would say, I think the Guinness cask changed the nature of the Isla peat into almost like Highland peat, which gives me a bit more herbal and tea and grassy notes rather than maritime and medicinal peat which is normally characteristic of Isla peat. Very interesting. Not what I thought. And roasted nuts with the Guinness one. Now on to the heavily charred one. Yes, the nose is definitely different than those two. Right. Okay. Oh, wow. Whoa. Now, That is a different animal. Okay. So all of them are 46% ABV, but the heavily charred one is the one that hits the most. It's super spicy, incredibly spicy. It's almost like it's older than its age. Not because it's rounded and it's mature. It just feels the oak spice. It's almost like virgin oak. There's a bit of a kick, but no doubt it is a charred cask. It's very smoky, not peaty. Also peaty, but incredibly smoky, very bitter, very spicy. Carton taste, a bit dark roast chocolate and dark roast coffee, almost burnt bread, a bit ashy, a bit too ashy for Lagavulin, if I'm being honest. And the citric notes are there, but it's mostly ash and burnt wood and. Yeah, you get the char, definitely. Power of suggestion, who knows, but these things, you know, it is what it is. Now, just to get wrap it around and then see what I prefer the most, this is the normal one. Right, okay. So this to me feels like a normal standard expression of a Lagavulin. Do I like it? Not really. Would I pay to buy it again? I don't think so. It's alright. Like, I would rather get the Lagavulin 8 or the 10 that's already on sale, or the 12. Well, no, obviously not the 12, that's different. But the 9, the Game of Thrones ones, I do like that one. So this one is a standard 11-year-old Lagavulin at 46% ABV. It's not bad, but it's not a game changer. Now the Guinness one, very creamy on the nose. Much more sweet, rounded, palatable, roasted nuts, very honey-like. Very malty, a little bit of chocolate, nuts again, and much more chewy. Now this is a good dram. I do like this one. I can see the appeal of it. I can see the Guinness casks working. I think they have done what they were supposed to do. I enjoy this one. I think I would get this one. Let's go to the heavily charred one. Okay, on the nose it's very smoky and very charred again, but a bit bright. Oh. Now this is a robust whiskey that is satisfying all your peat cravings, but at the same time satisfying your spicy. Oh yeah, and the finish is dark roast, chocolate, coffee, bitter coffee. You know, the filter coffee that at the end of it, or the cafetiere you make, the bitterness is there. The smoke is there, the fire is there. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. It's robust though. It's not an everyday drinker. So I'm just gonna wrap it up and then give you my thoughts. So out of 3 Glencairns, 3 is the best for me. I definitely get it. 2 Glencairns is try it before you buy it, and 1 Glencairn is just skip it. So I'm considering cost and availability here anyway. So I'm gonna want the original 11, 1 Glencairn, because you're not gonna find it at a good price, and it's not a game changer. Go find the 9 Game of Thrones or 10 or 8. You know, those are readily available. It's not a big step up from that. So I would skip it. 1 Glencairn for the original one. And then the Guinness one is availability. Again, I don't think you're gonna find it in a comfortable price range. So I'm just gonna say 2 Glencairns. Try it before you buy it. If you find it at a bar, try it. And if you absolutely fall in love with it, which I don't think you will, I get the appeal, but you know, I'm not gonna pay. I think they're like £300 right now because it's unavailable. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, obviously. So I'm gonna go 2 Glencairns for the Guinness cask. So try it before you buy it. And the Charred Oak, I'm gonna go 3 Glencairns because it's available. It's a Lagavulin 11 at 46% ABV, non-chill filtered with heavily charred casks. Yeah, it's gimmicky, it's Offerman, but it's at an affordable price for what Lagavulin is. And Lagavulin is having stock issues right now. The 16 is kind of gone. The Distillers Edition are not 16 years old anymore. They're doing 15 for the past 2 years, which they might just drop down to 13 soon. I don't know, they're having issues. But this one, it works. It's a robust, it's a bit more meaty, it's a bit more hit you in the face Lagavulin. It's a darker side of Lagavulin, and I do like it. I dig it. So that's my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe. And yeah, go check my Instagram account at The Whiskey Enthusiast. And yeah, hit that bell icon if you want to be notified when I post videos next. And that's it from me. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Thank you.